Watch the ride.
Jesus, this is a big one. Ugh. Whew. Hey everybody. So this is the parcel that got sent through Parcel Force and, you know, got left in the land of purgatory because they didn't know where to send it because it was PO Box. Remember, you have to send stuff through raw mail. I didn't realise how important that was until this parcel, basically. But anyway, today I received this parcel, which is indeed the biggest parcel I've ever received, and this, which is indeed the smallest thing I've ever received. I'm very curious. Very curious indeed. Right, well, let's get to opening this then. That's sharp, not. I have a note and a sticker. Fucked. See this? Spicy, I know you don't like cars, but thought you might appreciate this sticker. Thanks for all the videos, being a subscriber since the early Betty days. All the best 2018, Matt. Thank you, Matt. Thank you. That sticker is actually very funny. I do appreciate that. I have not seen one of these before. I do like that. Thank you. Right, and then this big bastard of a package comes from this wonderful bastard of a guy who sent me this, and I believe this is all discs. I might be wrong on that, but let's just get into it and see. It's looking good so far. Oh, I see things. Flap won't stay. There, that worked. Oh yes. Oh gee, that's massive. Look at the size of that. Very nice. That's going to make a very nice clock. Cool. Wonder how well they'll clean up. And there's a pair of those, it's obviously front discs. Hang on, so there's a pair of these. So it's a pair and a pair. That's awesome, dude. Seriously, that is amazing. Oh, there's more! There's more! It's another pair. These again seem absolutely massive. So how many is that? 6. Oh my god, that's so good. Seriously, dude, Annie Man, I think is how you pronounce it. That is amazing. They're really nice, they're big, and there's 6 of them. That is awesome. That's the sort of thing I absolutely love to receive. I love getting all sorts of bits, but every now and then I get a few things come through, and it's so good. The Bulldog Gaz's package was also another very good one. And also another guy, oh god, I can't remember his name. But basically, I have a piston out of a Ferrari 458 Italia, which belonged to Chris Walker, Stalker Walker, you may know, TT Racer. I've got, yeah, a piston out of his car, which I've got ideas with, but I'll have to see where I go with that. Funny thing is, I actually did message him and say, hey, I don't want full details on this, but this is Stalker Walker. I don't want any full details on this, but is it possible that you blew up a Ferrari engine a little while ago and I own a piston from it now? And he just liked it. Didn't say anything else, he just liked it. And I was like, conf, he blew up a Ferrari. Oh, insert, I also have this, which is the reverse gear from an Aston Martin Vulcan. Yes, a Vulcan. I am very lucky to have got my hands on this. And I have finally worked out how I'm going to make this into a clock, which I'm going to do shortly. So you should see that relatively soon. But I've got a totally new technique to make this one. It's going to take some cleaning up without taking the patina off, which is the hardest thing. It's amazing. You go to make this look right, like and clean, without destroying the patina, is a lot of work. You know, to try and not make it look like you've cleaned it that much, but to make sure that it's clean. So to all of the people sending stuff to the PO box, remembering to send it through raw mail, thank you. I really appreciate it. Box! Teacher. Right, now, as you know, I make clocks like this. This one is actually available on my Etsy store at the moment for sale. See how it spins? It's It's made from bits of Betty. This is all Betty stuff. I think the only thing in this that isn't Betty is that sprocket and that gear there, which is from a XR2 Ford. And that would have been wrapped around a lamppost before we got it, so it really was fucked. But anyway, yeah, and this comes off and it hangs around. Anyway, you've seen that before. So right, I've got this idea basically that I can't film all of the stuff I do with the metalworks. It would make things take so much longer that it just wouldn't be profitable. But a lot of people have said I'd like to see some of what you do because you know you don't really get to see what I do, and I've considered this is a possibility. Making this clock would be the biggest clock I've ever made. Actually, I do need the other one back to put things into perspective here. But I have a bit of a quandary, you see, because I know I can make 2 clocks out of these parts, and it'll be a nice clock and it'll sell, mainly because this here, this drive gear, it looks really good and it would take a clock nicely and it could be like a desk clock on its own. And then the disc, which would be the clock face, because this is just going to be the base for this idea of this clock, would be, you know, a clock. So I could get 2 of it, or I could make this big one and film it. But the basic idea, at the moment, to give you an idea of what it's going to look like if I do this, is that and that belong together anyway. This does not belong in here, but it will go in there. And that should weld together nice and easily, because you've got lots of gaps to be able to just put some nice spots in there and get that sturdy. And then the clock face would be one of these, or actually, yeah, these are bigger. Because the idea of this is going to be the biggest clock I've ever made. That one maybe? That one? No, I reckon actually, that does look pretty cool. This is what a lot of time I do. How things get made is you just have all the parts around and you start offering them up and thinking about it, and you can go to the point you think you're about to weld it together and then you realise, oh no, I can't do that, that's not going to work, blah blah blah. So there's a lot of thinking in this. But is that proportions-wise better? We're still nearly out of frame. We're talking that. So we're going from small and dainty to absolutely hench. And the idea is I would put really big hands on this, so we had a really big visible clock from a distance. As I say, the problem is I actually need to sell the thing afterwards, and I would probably find it easier to sell, you know, a clock made from this and a clock made from that than I would selling the whole thing. But I might do it, because I think it would be cool. Because I look at it and I'm just like, well, I need to do some finishing on the metal to make it look nice, clean it up. They're going to need to be bolted together. I'm also going to have to cut some off the bottom of this, because you notice, you might have noticed I've got this stood on some sprockets, because there's stuff that, sockets, because there's stuff that pokes through, so I'll have to chop that off, weld it, then I have to arrange something up here as a holder and weld that, and yeah, so the finish, and then there's the whole process of cleaning up the clock and making the plate for it and mounting all of it and all of that stuff. Let me know what you think about that. And if you think I should make the videos, and if I do make the videos, which one of those 2 clock faces I should use. We'll call this one A, and we'll call this one B. I'll put a poll. A or B? A or B? Part of the issue, though, of making those videos, as you may notice, it might not be so bad at the moment, but the colour correction in this garage is a nightmare, because I don't have proper lighting, it's halogen stuff, and this camera's a bit dim at times. And it can go all yellow. Sometimes it looks great, sometimes it doesn't. But whatever you make, you have to make it with what you have. So this will be the camera I'll be using for it. Oh, is that the door? Hello? Is there anything else? Oh, I might be going to the motorcycle show in London. I don't know what day. I'm currently looking into that. I've had an offer for a ticket. I still have stickers left, only about 16 of them, I think, something like that, which will, as I mentioned in the last video, be the last stickers I'm going to have for quite a while, because I think I'll redesign a new sticker before I make more. I've just been tying up a load of loose ends over Christmas and stuff, and now I'm about ready to sort of go with the metalworks again, because when I start, it kind of is an all-encapsulating thing that takes up, like, weeks go past and don't even notice, because you're working on things, then you go to bed and you get up and you carry on, and weeks, days just disappear. But I think that is a huge sign as to how much I love doing this stuff. Anyway, thank you for watching. As I say, I'm going to go buy a keychain.
Somebody touch my spaghetti!